Hello, my lovely children. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you're having fun at home, you're relaxing. Some of you might be a little disappointed because of the sudden stopping of summer camp, but I'm sure you'll understand that it was for your own good only because it's too hot outside, isn't it? So, now we are going to talk about the holiday homework that you're supposed to go through during your summer vacation. As you can see, children, the background is so lovely, vibrant, and I'm sure during the evenings when you're out to play in your park with your friends, you all must be having same kind of environment, isn't it? So let's get started and see what's in store for you. So, as you can see, the theme here that's nurturing the nature and the mind. I guess most of you must be aware of the meaning nurturing, but if there's any confusion, then I'm always there to help. Children, what do you mean by nurturing? NURTURING. नर्चरिंग का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? It basically means to take care of the nature and the environment that we live in. That means we are taking good care of nature around us so that it is healthy and it's growing at the same time. When you take care of your surroundings, when you take care of the environment you live in, then obviously, if your surroundings are healthy, then you have a healthy personality and a healthy mind as well. So, the theme is based on that only. Let's see ahead. Now we have come to a world where books will take you to all sort of imaginary places. This is going to be a world full of imagination, and if you get into the habit of reading, then you will not require anything else because books are the best friends of a human. When you get in contact with books and they become your partners, then you need not have any other things. So let's see what else is there. It says you have to choose any one book from the list given below and you need to read it carefully and complete the task in your project file. Your holiday homework, children, this time is project based. So, here is a list of almost 10 to 11 storybooks. Out of that, you have to choose only one storybook, and based on that storybook, you need to read it carefully, and then certain questions will be shared with you. The very first option is Matilda, that's by Roald Dahl. Then the next is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and the author is Mark Twain. The next is The Secret Garden, and that's by Francis Hodgson Burnett. The next in store is The Blue Umbrella, and the author of which is Ruskin Bond. Next we have Grandfather's Private Zoo, and again it's written by Ruskin Bond. Next on the list is How I Taught My Grandmother to Read. This looks like interesting, isn't it? So this is written by Sudha Murthy, very famous Indian author that you must read whenever you get time. Continuing the list, children, we have The Room on the Roof, again by Ruskin Bond. Then My Trees in the Himalayas. Again, some impeccable work by Ruskin Bond that you can go through and develop your love for reading. Next is The Cherry Tree by Ruskin Bond, Enormous Crocodile by Roald Dahl, and the last in store for you guys is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. So, children, out of these 11 books, what you can do is you can just check the books online, or you can take the help of your siblings or your parents to buy you one from store or online. You can also opt for online reading, and then out of these 11 you have to choose only one book of your choice. And then what you need to do next is, these are the challenges based on the book you choose. The very first is, beta, choose any one book from the list given in the previous picture, read it carefully, and write a new story based on the same. I'll get back to the previous slide to explain the first question to you. Please understand, here are the names of 11 storybooks. For example, if I choose to read The Blue Umbrella, so I will read the entire book, and on the same theme of this storybook or the same storyline, I am going to use and become an author myself. I will have to show my writing skills, and I need to write a new story based on the same theory or based on the same storyline. That means whatever book you have chosen, you have to just read it thoroughly, and after reading it thoroughly, you will be writing one new story on the same storyline. थीम आपको सेम रखना है बेटा, आपकी स्टोरी लाइन भी सेम हो सकती है, बट यू हैव टू राइट इट इन योर ओन वर्ड्स. दैट विल हेल्प यू टू एक्सप्रेस whatever you have read, and it will help you to enhance your writing skills. It can be any book out of these 11. आपको जो मर्जी है आप वो बुक पढ़ेंगे, and after that you are going to do the first question. That means you will read it carefully and write a new story based on the same theme. Next is, you will pick 10 important words from your chosen book. For example, as I said, if I choose The Blue Umbrella, then from that story I will pick up any random 10 important words or new words for me. I will find out the meanings and use each word as a noun and a verb in a sentence. So this is a similar kind of exercise that we've already done in class, if you remember. We have to find out 10 words and use them both as a noun and a verb and create a sentence for both, along with writing their meanings. And then most interesting part comes here. You have to make your own A to Z dictionary. When you're making your own A to Z dictionary, for each letter you will write any 2 words from the storybook you have chosen. Whatever storybook you have chosen, children, from there you will find out 2 words starting with A, B, C, and so on. And you will be arranging them in alphabetical order. For example, if you choose ankle and if you choose aeroplane, so out of these 2, which one should come first? Like that, you're going to write down one below the other. Okay, so from A to Z you have to create your own dictionary by choosing 2 words each from the story book. And last is, you have to bring out the creativity out of yourself. You need to design a beautiful cover page for your story book. So please let the colors flow, let your imagination take the leap. Imagine, leave it free, don't hesitate. Whatever comes in your mind based on the story you've chosen, you have to design a cover page. बुक का अगर कवर इंटरेस्टिंग होगा, so you will feel like reading it, isn't it? So I hope these questions will bring out the creativity in you and also help you have fun while you do the work. Next in stories, again we have किताबों की दुनिया. अब देखिए, यहाँ पर एक सेटअप है where children are sitting, they are reading. And when you read and study with your friends, then it gives you a different kind of confidence altogether, because I know everybody remembers sharing is caring, and not only sharing tiffin is caring, but sharing your knowledge is also one way where you can help your friends out. So let's see what is in store for this. As you can see, children, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा हुआ है? विद्यार्थी अपने आसपास किन्हीं 5 घरों में जाकर जानकारी एकत्रित करेंगे कि जब वे लोग बाजार खरीदारी करने जाते हैं तो किस प्रकार के थैलों का प्रयोग करते हैं. That means you have to go to your neighbors, and please make sure you're not going in the noon time because it's too hot. During the evening you can ask your neighbors, you can go and ask them. You have to find out information, you have to collect the information that whenever they're going for शॉपिंग, बाजार जब भी जा रहे हैं खरीदारी करने बेटा, वो किस तरीके के थैले लेकर के जा रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स व्हाट काइंड ऑफ बैग्स आर दे कैरिंग व्हाइल दे आर गोइंग फॉर शॉपिंग. एकत्र की गई जानकारी को नीचे दी गई सारणी में लिखें. This means basically that you have to form this kind of table in your project file, and you have to give it the numbering 1 2 3 4 5. That means 5 homes you visited. This is your क्रमांक संख्या, that means your serial number. नाम लिखिए आप, ठीक है, किनके घर गए थे, आंटी का नाम लिख लीजिए, या इफ इट इज योर नेबर फ्रेंड उनका नाम लिख लीजिए, पता लिख लीजिए, उनका एड्रेस लिख लीजिए. एंड थैलों का प्रकार, दैट मीन्स whether they were using plastic, whether they were using paper bag, कपड़े का झोला या बोरी, whatever, ठीक है. तो किस तरीके का वो थैला यूजुअली लेके जाते हैं जब भी वो खरीदारी करने जाते हैं, तो आपने यहाँ पे मेंशन करना है बेटा. ओके, एंड देन you have to also mention, just look at this red dot over here, प्लास्टिक के थैले प्रयोग करने वालों की संख्या. दैट मीन्स out of these 5 people or 5 houses you visited, how many of them are using plastic bags? इन पांचों में से प्लास्टिक के बैग कितने लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, एंड how many of them are using कागज, कपड़े या अन्य वस्तुओं से बने हुए थैले. कितने लोग कोई अन्य वस्तु से बना हुआ थैला यूज कर रहा है. So you have to create this, okay, and I'm sure there's so much creativity in you guys that you're going to decorate your page according to your will. You can draw the bags that are there, you can draw a scene of a neighborhood for the background to make it more attractive and friendly. Next is, अब देखिए इस बात को, दिए गए आंकड़ों के आधार पर धरती और पॉलीथीन, दैट मीन्स प्लास्टिक, के बीच निम्नलिखित संवाद आगे बढ़ाइए. ठीक है, अब आपने क्या करना है, अभी आपने डेटा कलेक्ट किया था ना कि कौन कौन प्लास्टिक का पैकेट यूज कर रहा है और कौन कौन कुछ और प्लास्टिक बैग्स यूज कर रहे हैं शॉपिंग के लिए. नाउ यू हैव टू क्रिएट 4 डायलॉग्स, one between the polythene and the धरती. पॉलीथीन और धरती के बीच में आपने कॉन्वर्सेशन को आगे बढ़ाना है. पॉलीथीन कहती है, देखो मैं कितनी रंग बिरंगी और सुंदर हूँ. धरती कहती है, पर क्या तुम्हें पता है तुम पर्यावरण को कितना नुकसान पहुंचा रही हो. सो दिस इज फॉर योर स्टार्टर, आपको ये स्टार्टिंग मिल गई है. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट अकॉर्डिंग टू यू कैन बी दी रिप्लाई ऑफ पॉलिथीन एंड सो ऑन. आपने दो डायलॉग्स पॉलिथीन के लिए लिखने हैं और दो धरती के लिए लिखने हैं. एंड प्लीज कंप्लीट दिस क्रिएटिव dialogues between the earth and the polybag. नेक्स्ट इज निम्नलिखित कहानियों को पढ़ें और दी गई एक कहानी से मिलती जुलती कहानी अपने शब्दों में लिखें. जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि जब हम कहानियां पढ़ते हैं तो हम उन कहानियों के अंदर खो जाते हैं. उन कहानियों से हमें बहुत सी सीख मिलती है जो हमारी डेली लाइफ में हमें हेल्प करती है, चाहे वो मॉरल वैल्यूज हो या अच्छी बातें हो. सो उन्हीं के बेसिस पे यहाँ पे 5 किताबों के नाम दिए गए हैं जिनको पढ़ करके फिर आपको अगेन एक नई कहानी लिखनी है जिसके कैरेक्टर सेम हो सकते हैं बट थीम सेम होनी चाहिए और आपका खुद का इनोवेशन होना चाहिए आपकी नई कहानी में. आपकी क्रिएटिविटी, आपकी झलक दिखनी चाहिए. पहली स्टोरी का नाम है बेटा ईदगाह. नेक्स्ट इज स्वामी की दादी. नेक्स्ट इज चतुर कछुआ और दो हंस. नेक्स्ट बुद्धिमान खरगोश और शेर. नेक्स्ट बंदर और मगरमच्छ की सूझबूझ. सो इन पांचों को अगेन आप चाहें तो ऑफलाइन मोड में भी कोई भी एक खरीद सकते हैं, अपनी मनपसंद कोई भी एक किताब, या आप ऑनलाइन भी हेल्प ले सकते हैं. लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर दिस इज दी गई कहानियों में से 10 शब्द छांटकर उनके अर्थ लिखें और वाक्य बनाएं. तो आप जो भी एक स्टोरी बुक चूज करेंगे पढ़ने के लिए उसमें से आपने 10 डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स चूज करने हैं, उनके अर्थ लिखने हैं यहाँ पे और एक वाक्य बनाना है. सो दिस अगेन यू विल बी डूइंग इन योर प्रोजेक्ट फाइल बाय क्रिएटिंग अ टैबुलर फॉर्म और आप डायरेक्टली भी इसको लिख सकते हैं. आई होप दिस इज इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. नेक्स्ट वी मूव टू द holiest river we have, river Ganga. As you can see, Himalayas here, the Gangotri glacier from which it is coming. So many things in this picture. So let's see what it has for you to explore. Lovely. Just see the story of river Ganga. You have to write about the journey of river Ganga. And these are the clues that you need to use. That means you need to cover all these points or bullets for completing the story of river Ganga. You need to write about the journey that is completed by river Ganga. That means first you have to write the starting point, that means the source from which river Ganga originates. कहाँ से शुरू हो रही है बेटा? Then what all states it flows through. किन states में से it is flowing, states that it is flowing through. And you also need to mention the small important cities that it passes through. Along with the states, you also need to mention the cities that it is passing through and what are its tributaries. Okay? So, what are its tributaries? That means basically what are the other smaller streams or rivers that flow into this larger river. Okay? Then what is the importance of river Ganga for all of us? Everybody knows what sacred importance or how sacred river Ganga is for all of us. So what is its importance for all of us that you need to mention here? Then what is its ending point? That means where is it going and merging into the so where it's going and meeting into a bigger water body, where is it ending? And you also need to mention certain problems that are faced by river Ganga. That means what are the problems that whenever you go to a side of river Ganga, or you go for bathing or whatever, if you see any problem that is faced by river Ganga, what is it? So you need to cover all these bullets for mentioning the journey of river Ganga. Then you need to draw two scenes. आपने क्या करना है बेटा? आपने दो सीन को ड्रॉ करना है. You have to draw two scenes. That means the first one is you have to draw a scenario where you see the crisis of water. What do you mean by crisis? That means there is a problem due to the unavailability of water. There is shortage of water, due to which everybody is having a problem there. So you have to draw a scene like somewhat like this. It's a kind of hint that's given when you won't have water, the land will get barren, and so on. So you have to draw a scene. Please use your imagination and you can add on to it. Okay? And the another scene that you need to draw is a scene where water is being saved and used for various purposes. So when water is being saved, then how it will look like. One scene is to be drawn this way, another where water is less, there's a shortage of water, then what is going to be the scene of that particular place. So these two scenes are to be drawn by you guys. After that, the next one is you have to write a short story of about 5 to 6 lines on the water train saves Chennai. Isn't it a very interesting topic? I hope you let your imaginary horses run wild and help you write wonderful stories that your friends would love to listen to when you're back here. And last, we move to the time where you have to boost your brain and let your brain work hard, isn't it? So this is the world of maths. Let's see what do we have. So this is going to be a project that is based on water saver survey. That means you have to do a survey of water usage at home for 5 days. That means you have to observe that in what areas, in what places, or for all what work, water is being used at home for 5 particular days. You have to record how many buckets or liters of water are used for bathing, washing dishes, watering plants, and cleaning. I hope you've understood that these are the four areas that you have to observe for which how many buckets or liters of water is used for these purposes. And then you have to make a table of the same for 5 particular days and write the total usage. Along with that, you will also mention which activity used the most water. That means for which activity the water was used in the largest quantity. किस एक्टिविटी के लिए सबसे ज्यादा पानी आपके घर पे यूज हो रहा है, and how much water can be saved. That means you have to think about ways in which you can save water or reduce the consumption of water. Along with that, you have to create a 10-day eco calendar. Lovely, isn't it? What you'll do is each day will include one eco task. That means a task that is environment friendly. You have to be the friend of your environment and your surroundings, isn't it? So you have to do 10 eco tasks for 10 days, and you will be creating one maths question. For example, save 5 liters of water daily. So this is your task, and the question for this is created like how much water is saved in 7 days. So this way, for every eco task that you do, you have to create one question also. Okay, children? So I hope you've loved your project this time, because I know you guys get bored while writing so many things. So this way, your holiday homework will bring out creativity and will also help you to sensitize with the environment. We have to. It is high time that we start thinking about environment. So, this way you can think about animals, trees, birds, etc. So, it is so hot that we have to sensitize with them as well. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this brings joy as much as it gave me the joy to create this video for you. You've also loved it and showered your love on this video while we are waiting for you to come back with your beautiful project files with a lot of creativity. Thank you so much. Enjoy.